So when we first started this project about 2 years ago, when we started looking at the concrete and what needed to be repaired, this side of the building on the east side was relatively not on the radar, but when we opened this up, there was a tremendous amount of water that had come through here. So we're scaling this back, and as we go towards the north end of the building, you'll see that the deterioration was much greater. And during the week, we're going to be taking out the window to see what other damage has been done before we put in our new high impact hurricane windows. Okay, I really can't get up on this scaffolding. However, I'm going to put the camera up and see if you can see in there as I'm looking. Not sure you're getting a good shot of it, but that's a lot of where most of our damage is. And once again, when this window comes out, we'll better understand the extent of how much restoration work that we need to do. So here, as we work our way towards the north end of the clubhouse, this is the damage that has been done here over the years through water leaking in and the spalling of the concrete. And in light of what happened down in Surfside, it's fortunate that we started this 2 years ago, because now everybody is having their buildings inspected, and of course there's just a limited amount of people that actually do this type of work. So we're fortunate that this is underway and that we'll get this repaired rather quickly. Last week our workers were up here. They took off the floor covering, and as you can see, it's extremely smooth to walk on, and there are some areas of concern where there is cracking and spalling. I'm just going to highlight the worst part of it, which is on the far east end where Mrs. Taffel has her cabana. We're going to get this fixed up for you, Mrs. Taffel. Good morning, Spencer.
Morning, Joe.
How you guys doing?
Good. How are
Just
you?
taking a little video for our membership to show them the work that you're doing with the concrete restoration work. For those unfamiliar with what spalling is, this is a perfect example. That's the rebar, which I showed you earlier, that's on the ground. And that rusts, and when that rusts, that expands, and when it expands, it breaks the concrete, which weakens significantly the infrastructure. What is that?
You hear that, Joe?
What's that?
This is the interior.
Yeah, I hear it crumbling, actually.
As we're pulling it apart, it's falling apart.
Okay.
So if you look right there, you see this? Well,
Yeah.
if I remove this panel, you're going to see the concrete is literally crumbling.
Flaking off, huh?
Yeah, it's literally falling apart. Yeah. So let's see if we can get in here and do so. So let's just look. See that piece right there that's moving?
Yep.
That shouldn't be like that.
Right.
At all.
I'm going to slide it around you here,
Yeah.
just to give everyone a view of this entire wall here. I'm not going to jump up on the scaffolding. I'm getting a little too old for that stuff, but this entire wall will need to have all the work done. So it's a little extensive, as we know, but it's got to be done, and it's better that we caught this now and are working on it now than the alternative. So, all right, guys, have a good day.
You as well.
And just going to go around the other side to the building.
Let's go around.
I just finished having a conversation with Spencer, and he wanted to show me something here that I think it's important that everybody see. Consistent with some of the cracking on the deck, there is quite a bit of spalling and separation that is starting to, I don't know if you can pick it up or not, but you can see the cracks, and they call this, it's staring. So it's all the way up, and it comes across. It continues into the shower. I don't don't know if the light's going to be bright enough back in here. It's hard to see. But there's some serious issues right in this area. And I'm going to work my way downstairs and get in between the two buildings because you'll be able to see and understand the severity of the separation in a second. Okay, I'm on the other side of where I just got out of that one cabana, and just so you kind of understand the seriousness of this, take a look at the bottom here where, I don't know if it comes out too good, but you can see where the expansion joint is probably, guessing about an inch or so from the bottom. And as you work your way up, obviously the separation and the seam in the expansion becomes greater and greater. And of course this is not a good thing, along with the patchwork that was done over the years. So this area is a problem, again, consistent with what we just looked at on the other side. And ironically enough, as we go down east towards the end of the cabanas, one could argue that possibly the seawall that was buried is probably holding up the end, the east point, the east portion of this of the cabanas. And again, that would be consistent with where this is kind of lagging in the middle and the building is kind of collapsing a little bit inward, or at least there's just a little movement. I want to show you one other separation here. Try not to trip over these. And so there is definitely some settlement and some movement with the cabanas here, and we're waiting on the extensive civil engineer's report. I believe he's coming by today, so we'll have a better idea in the next update. All right, that's all I have for today. Hope everybody's enjoying their summer, and we'll be giving you an update within the next 2 or 3 weeks.